J. Rue in the building. What's up, folks? Y'all ready to chuckle, motherfuckers? Let me ask y'all one more time. I said, y'all ready to chuckle? Yeah! Alright. See, last time I came out here, I forgot my notes at home because I'm not going to blame Billy Blaze, but I'm going to blame Billy Bush. So, essentially, I'm going to blame Billy Blaze. So, I actually remembered my notes this time, so let's just start. And I know we all was thinking, every once in a while, I dress up like a village person, so, hey, Rick, my eyes are up here. But in all honesty, folks, how many of y'all ever got a dog that you love just like to be your child? Got a fur baby? Like myself, everybody got their dog?
This feels like a pork chop story.
No, we'll go to the direction. You see, I had to take my dog to the vet the other day because, little dog house cheap. I mean, she went to the vet. The first thing this vet says is, well, so your dog's fat. I said, excuse me? He said, your dog, sir. He's fat. And I said, you mean overweight? He said, no, your dog's fat. I said, well, your wife's ugly. My wife told me I wasn't allowed to be there. That's very obvious, very much on there. So, lesson learned. So I decided I would just go ahead and leave. So I went outside. And remember to write that down. So as you see, that's how we did our notes when we decided to make our little notes for comedy. Usually something happens in our life. And the next thing that happens on this little list is talking about something we've all experienced. I'm sure a lot of you have, as a child, when you reach those teenage, formative years, you start rummaging around. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go to this store in my parents' room. Yeah, we've all been there, those teenage years, looking for them dirty magazines and stuff. Yeah, I tried to do the same thing, and I found a magazine one time. Well, that's crazy. Teenage boy exploring the world. Apparently, somebody found out that I had problems in their room. So my dad moved stuff around. Okay, no problem. Next time parents went out of town, though, guess who became like Sherlock Holmes? I'm rummaging around that room. And I accidentally found out that your parents were the clothes. Yeah, I opened the drawer up. I'm like, man, my parents were like baby powder. That's weird. Wow, look, that's over here too. Well, that was the day that I personally found out that my parents were the plug, and that was not something that the 13-year-old me understood very much of. So, a lot of other things that happened over the years, like, we've all had weird jobs. What's the weirdest job some of you out there have had? Let's go ahead over here. Wrestling. That's definitely weird. We dressing up as spandex underwear and wrestling with hood and yeah, that's definitely weird. Anybody else had any jobs they had something weird happen? No? I got to work in an adult bookstore. Now that was an interesting time in my life. But not so much because of the genre stuff. It was more because of the products. Yeah, the products sometimes borderline are a little weird. Like example, I had a DVD that I had to order. For example, it was called Slim and Granny in the Panties, Volume 14. Now, I just want to sit there like, as I'm writing out the sheet and ordering said thing, I have to call this in. Now, as I'm sitting over the phone, a lot of things are going through me. A lot of things are up in my mind. Like, none of these sentences make sense. But you want to know what the most disturbing part of that was? It was Volume 14. Who's ordering this stuff? I just want to know, who is ordering this stuff, Now, a lot of people have significant others, A lot of people have a significant other here. Anybody have a significant other that wants to order with a GPS? Like you're driving down the road, it's like, turn left here. I don't want to do that. Well, that's navigational satellite from space. Right? We're going off of a memory from 15 years ago. I think I'm going to listen to the satellite from space, right? I used to think that until we were driving across the bridge over here on 70 that comes into Ohio from West Virginia. We're driving, getting ready to take a battery. So we're listening listen to the GPS, right? The GPS for halfway across the bridge it says, turn right now. I'm sorry, GPS, it is not that bad. I'll wait till the end of the bridge, thank you very much. They actually have a few things written down on here that I don't even know what they mean. Like, I literally have written on here, Karens. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. So I'm going to assume the fact about the Karens that I encountered while working at the adult bookstore. Now that is a place that if you encounter a Karen, you're definitely going to have a lot of fun with the situation. Like, you ever tried to return something? When you worked there were a lot of follow-up questions. But tell me how the product broke. Let's just say the answer sometimes came out a little bit crazy. And much like Bill Latest collection, we had some rather large ones. And then I had a lady come in and ask, do you have anything larger than this? I said, man, there's a fire extinguisher on the wall. What else do you want me to do? Now, a lot of you have parents that are on the social medias now, right? Somebody got a mom or a grandma on Facebook. Yeah, let's hope they don't find out about that OnlyFans we were talking about earlier, right? I'm the greatest thing going to be. You see, my mom, she's now stepping up her technology game. And she got a lightsaber for her birthday. My siblings got it for her. And as soon as she opened it, I said, can I just sit down and watch? She said, no. Okay. She reads questions, she puts it in. It's amazing what it has. Okay, are you using it right? I did everything. Watch. Alexis! Oh, that's not very Alexis! Technology don't get wrong. Much like Facebook, which of you told my mom about Facebook? Because I need to slap the hell out of you. Because my mom doesn't realize that Facebook, when you post something, everybody sees this. She's asking my cousin, how's your herpes outbreak? That's what she did. No text message, pretty much handled that one, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh, man. Oh, oops, edibles. That's a fun story for everybody. How many of you have bought some of these dispensary edibles and everything? Yeah, once or twice. Well, you see, I had purchased some edibles, and myself and a few of my friends all got together and went out for a week. There was an edible granola bar piece. It was left over afterwards. It was juicy. Go ahead and munch on that. Third nice. About halfway through the bar. Last bite now, but I don't drink that whole bar. Yeah. Why? Great package. The tab was still over 200 milligram edibles. The rest of the day, I don't much remember, but let's just say, read your packaging books, okay? It's very, very important that you read your packaging. Otherwise, you might end up having a conversation with the tree for 45 minutes. Right? That may have happened, and I may have thought it was a person. It was supposed to drive me home, and I was wondering why I wasn't reading any books. Yeah. First car. First car. How many of you got a horror story about your first car? A lot of people out there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm at the 83 Buick Skyline. Now, the car that I first purchased, mind you, I bought this for $50 off my manager from McDonald's, and it cost $75 to transfer the car. That should have been the first red light. I should not purchase this vehicle. If they're paying $25 to get taken off the transfer. Wait a minute. My parents, first car for a 16-year-old son just got his license. I'm sure it's just fine. Now, get the car, get it home. Obviously, there's holes in the floorboards. One headlight doesn't work. It's leaking more oil than you can put in it. But my parents know that. So they deliver this thing with stickers put on it, and it's good to go. record the case of a perfectly good mode of transportation for their 16-year-old son. A vehicle with no floorboards, a cassette tape player. I don't know if you guys know what that is. That was a small little thing with that little reels from anyway. I'm sitting there listening to my favorite tape of Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. Just rocking out, right? Yeah. Back in the day when it got to the end, they ejected and turned it over and put it back in. Mind you, 83 Honda Civic, or 83 Buick Skyline, pretty messed up car. Well, eject. And then I watched the tape behind me. That was down the road. You look down, there was my Ford falling. Again, parents still think this is a perfectly great mode of transportation for a 16-year-old son. A few hours later, I get put up on the car and I come out and driving home. Y'all know that little lantern that goes above the car? Well, that thing's decided I quit, and it just falls right down on me. Hit the median, maybe, get home, the car's scratched up. I mean, straight fall down the side. Dad comes out and looks at it. You gonna be work tomorrow? What? And let's look at it, let's go. So, if you have a child, do not do this. When you get ready to drive, if you can see the road, tell your dad, alright? Make sure you do that. Alright, folks. Cell phones. How many of you had a cell phone for a long time? Yeah? Me too. You remember they went from like this big, down to like this big. You remember those little tiny cell phones back in the day? Now, all of a sudden now, as soon as we found out that we could watch porn on our cell phones, people were walking on the 55-inch HD phone. Hey, I don't know. Exceptions for on this thing, but guess what? So I guess with all of us being here so late, it's late night. People are a little bit tired, right? Feeling it a little bit, yeah? Going to take a nap? Yeah. We're going to take a nap or two.
We're going to take a shit.
Oh, I feel bad. If you're going to take a pork chop, just go ahead and make sure that you get it all ready. Well, folks, we went to a lot of places here tonight. We've seen a lot of entertainment. We've had a lot of fun. One thing I want you guys to remember is whatever you do in life, make sure you're having a good time doing it. Because if you're not, then it's pretty much wasting your time, right? So, before I head on out, I want to say one more thing, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this all up, bust the string down, get ready to head on to Missouri. Now, I have, as you guys know, I have a couple of dogs, a couple of pets. Now, those pets have given me a lot of joy, a lot of fun times over the years. Now, whenever you have pets that you take out, you take them out in places, you'll have situations occur. Now, I have a dog that's 17 years old. Now, sometimes she'll take a shit right in the middle of wherever she's at. Walmart, this and that. Now, if you're Walmart, just leave it. Leave it. Someone will replace it. So, remember price it. Walmart. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and close this pop to this day. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for sticking around. We've got our host coming in. Give up for Billy Blaze, folks, the man of the hour.